All right, here we go. We're live. Let's do some pack ripping. Let's clear some space. Get rid of some of these packs finally. We're just going to start with this, and we're just going to, right off the bat, get one of the autographs. We'll have a really good day, and I won't care the rest of the time I'm ripping. Hey, Rick Honeycutt. Mark Gubiza. Steve Sachs, Greg Cataray, Keith Miller, Jerome Walton, Craig Biggio. Put up Craig Biggio. Rob Dibble. He's throwing a ball at somebody's back. Joe Orsulak, Matt Noakes, Candy Maldonado, Carlos Martinez, Dave Burba, Kevin Moss, Wade Taylor, Terry Steinbeck, Tim Burke, Oral Hershiser. There we go. Ooh, big hurt on the Dream Team. That's nice. Frank Thomas. Sorry, Hershiser. Eddie Zosky, Jose Rio, Greg Maddox, Barry Bonds impact player. Sweet. Travis Fryman, Jose Gonzalez, Bruce Egloff, Darren Holmes, Gil Heredia, Lenny Webster, Mike Bordick, John Barfield, Vinny Castilla, Rod Brewer. We got an Honus Wagner jersey card. That's pretty cool. We got Barry Bonds All-Star to go with the Barry Bonds impact player. Rookie of the Year, Chuck Knobloch. Steve Avery highlight. Steve Wilson, Rico Rosie, and Stacy Jones. That was a heck of a pack. Couple Barry Bonds, Steve Avery. Hey, welcome in. If you're just joining, I appreciate you being here. Just ripping some cards. These are like the last 1 or 2 or 3 packs of the hoard that I have right now. If you want to put Dino, what's up? You want to put a request, anything you see here on screen? If you want any of that ripped, just let me know. I'll rip it for you. We're going to go Star Minor League. It's from 1989. Hey, Nathaniel. How you doing this afternoon? It's Friday. Friday random rips. Deion Sanders rookie in here. Let's see if we can find that. Manny Alexander. Goose Gozo. Richard Shackle. Skipper Wright. Hey, Tino Martinez, that one. A Tino Martinez pre-rookie. Nice. Pedro Munoz. Matt Current. Hey, do me a favor, everybody, real quick. Just double tap the screen. Just right here on my finger. Tap, tap. Julio Vargas. Luis Mercedes. Darryl Irvine. It really helps with the algorithm when you do that. Get the stream in front of more people. Because who knows who is lurking out there. Did I glitch out? I think I did glitch out. That's okay, we're here. All right. 1993 Don Russ Baseball, Series 1. Looking for the Mike Piazza rookie in here. All right. Roger Mason. These cards are a little sticky. All right. Chris Hammond. There we go. Paul Wagner. Rob Dibble, again, got him in the first pack. Manny Alexander. Scott Erickson. Dougie DeCenzo. Doug DeCendo was my mom's favorite player. Andy Stankiewicz, Geronimo Baroa, got Mark Gardner, Dan Walters, Chris Frogman Sabo, got Dave Hollins and Damon Berryhill. That was a dud of a pack. Let's get some in the chat. Nathaniel, you're sick. I heard you're sick. Is it sick for just today, or are you sick like all for the weekend? You're just getting it. Let's clear off this 1988 Fleer. Open up another stand back there. We're looking for the Tom Glavine rookie card in these packs. Really like to get some other star players. I don't have too much from 88 Fleer. We got Chicago Cubs and Oakland Athletics stickers. Johnny Ray, Jeff Russell, Jose Uribe. Well, hopefully you get over it. You feel better. Maybe you can get out this weekend for some fun. Joey Cora, Al Nipper, Keith Hernandez. He was on Seinfeld. Tim Stoddard and Tim Tuffle. Greg Gagne, Mike Maddox, Joe Carter, and a Barry Larkin, second year Barry Larkin. That's awesome. And there's Mike Schmidt right behind him. Mike Schmidt and Gary Carter. Nice. This is a nice pack. I don't want those cards to fall over. Please don't. Dave Meads ends the pack. All right. How about some football? We got these action-packed cards right here. Looking for the 24-karat gold stamped cards. It's from 1992. So we can find Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Troy Aikman. I like these cards because they're textured, so it gives that 3D look. Here's Reggie White. Yeah, plug that phone in, man. Lawrence Dawsey. Steve Broussard. Let's check out the back. It's like it's like a credit card, like sign here. That'd be cool to go get the player signatures in that little space back there. Richard Dent. Carl Mecklenburg. And we're going to end with Jeff Cross. All right. Not too bad of a pack. A couple great defenders. Let's stick with football. I got 1990 Fleer. Personally, I'm looking for the Jim Harbaugh. It's the only Chicago Bear that I wasn't able to pull. I broke a whole box of these couple weeks ago. I pulled every single Chicago Bear except for Jim Harbaugh. And we got another Reggie White. Great way to start the pack. Steve Jordan, Mark Collins, Mean Kevin Green, Jim Richter, Steve Young, Ray Childress, Tyrone Braxton, Tony Eason, Lewis Sharp, Paul Gruber, Brian Blades, Eric Williams, Ron Morris, got that one, and John 4Cade, 5Cade, 6Cade, 7Cade. We'll clear up another stand here. This is my last pack of 1990 Fleer baseball. I think the Larry Walker, right? Yeah, Larry Walker, and someone else. Dave Justice. We got Cubs stickers. All right, Carmen Castillo, Lloyd McClendon, Mike Gallego, Ron Jones, Alex Sanchez, Junior Ortiz. A lot of room on the back for stats. This from 1977. Brian Harper, Calvin Schiraldi, Tom Brookins, Kenny Rogers, Greg Minton, Manny Lee, Chuck McElroy, and Moises Alou. They both ended up on the Cubs at some point. Jose Vizcaíno and Mike Jeffcoat. Not that good of a pack. All right. Where are we going next? This is my last pack of, what is this, 1994 Score Series 2. 13 cards plus one bonus foil Gold Rush card. Maybe that bonus card will be a decent player at least. So what's everyone's plans for the weekend? I actually have a poker tournament to go to tomorrow. That should be fun. John Wasden. Brian Terang. Jeffrey Hammonds. Gerald Williams. There's our foil Gold Rush. Sherman Obando. All right, we'll put them up. Chad Kruder, Tom Henke, Dwayne Ward, Mike Stanley, Lonnie Smith, Pat Borders, Juan Guzman, Chili Davis, and Mike Felder. Geez, dud pack after dud pack after dud pack. We'll find something good eventually. Let's go back here. I got a 1994 Topps Stadium Club Series 3. Last pack of these that I opened, they were a little sticky. All right. Dave Weathers. Paul Sorrento. Oh, we got a good one coming up. We have Tommy Green, Paul Sorrento, Ricky Henderson. Rest in peace, Ricky. He's up stealing bases in the clouds. Greg Harris, another Jose Vizcaíno. Tony Usbio, yeah. I got Shane Reynolds, Darren Dalton, Dugout Dirt. That's a whole bunch of D's. Nacho Daddy, old school Ricky, that's right. Jose Berry, Todd Stottlemyre, Brian Hickerson. We're going to end with Rick White. Well, we got the Ricky. We got the Ricky. I don't know, here. 1991 Don Russ, Series 1. Looking for an elite card. Maybe just randomly they'll be in. These are my last two packs. Starting off with Bob Welch All-Star. I don't know why it does that. There we go. Sorry about that. Charlie Huff. Old man Charlie. You need 86, 87 Fleer basketball. Yeah. Yep. I would also need a few $1,000s to buy him. Luis Salazar, Doug Drabeck, Melito Perez, Ken Oberfall, Juan Berenger, Luis Rivera, Mark McGuire, home run milestone. Before the home run milestone. Storm Davis, Kevin Ramir, Chris Hoyles, Mel Stottlemyre, Gary Carter. Put him in front of Joe Carter back there. Here's our puzzle piece. I appreciate if you're just stopping in. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for being here. Random ripping on Friday, just clearing up some space. I got a box delivered today. It's got some more baseball cards in it, so I have to clear some room. These are 1994 Roger Staubach Kickoff 94. All retired stars, except you get a Brett Favre in every pack, I think. Here we go. Deacon Jones, Jim Ott, Ken Anderson, John Brody, Mel Gray, Lem Barney, Jack Lambert, Don Shula, there's Neil O'Donnell, Johnny Unitas, and Pogs. We got a Brett Favre and a Roger Staubach Pog card. I don't know why they thought it would be a good idea to put Pogs in with baseball cards. That just seems strange to me. All right, let's see. 1992 Don Russ Series 2. Nacho, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. I think in these packs we can get a Cal Ripken Jr. autograph. Let's see if that happens. Not likely. Raheel Cromier, Lloyd Mosby, Tony Gwynn. There we go. Yorkis. We all remember Yorkis. Yorkis Perez. Jack Armstrong. Lance Blankenship. Jose Mesa. Jeff Juden, rated rookie. Denny Nagel. Jimmy Poole. Jeff Shaw. Bob Scanlon. Lee Stevens, Chris Jones. Hey, Bo Jackson. Nice. On the White Sox, too. Sweet. Alrighty. Let's go back to the action-packed. 1992 action-packed football. Looking for these 24-karat gold stamped cards. If you're joining us, thank you. Appreciate you being here. We're just ripping some random packs, making room. I got a box delivered today. I got 3 partial boxes of baseball cards. Show you that in a little bit. Derek Thomas on the action-packed. They got the ridge to it, makes it look 3D. It's pretty cool. We got Tim McKyer, Wendell Davis, Steve Atwater, Mark Duper. We're going to end with Kevin Mack. All right. Let's get rid of this big chunky pack in the middle here. 1992 Score Series 2. Exclusive Impact player cards. There's a lot of them. How many is that? 40 cards? You know how much 40 cards would cost? You get 4 cards for like $8 now. All right, Don Paul, Gary Carter. Put up Gary Carter, Tom Foley, Rick Wilkins, Zane Smith, Jerry Brown, Mark Leonard, Daryl Kyle, Jose Guzman, Bobby Thigpen, Herm Winningham, Ozzie Smith, Ozzie, Scott Bankhead, Ramon Martinez, John Costello, Lee Smith, another Hall of Famer, Sean Dunston, George Brett, there we go. We got a Dream Team, Craig Biggio. That looks pretty cool. Let's put him right there. Impact player, Cecil Fielder, he definitely was. Jose Canseco, 40-40. Jack McDowell, Ozzie Guillen, Annie Tartable, Ron Darling, Pat Clements, Willie Blair, Brian Durham, Brian Hickerson, Dave Hansen, Jeff Carter, Rick Sutcliffe, Dave Island, Steve Wapnick. There is New York Yankees, 1923 to 1939. Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig jersey card. Not like an actual jersey. That would have been sweet. Brett Butler. Brett Saberhagen, no-hit club. Jack Morris World Series. We got a first-round pick, Scott Ruffcorn. And John Ramos to end the pack. If you're joining us, I appreciate it. You do me a favor, double tap the screen right about here. Just tap it twice. Really helps with the algorithm. Gets the video in front of more eyes, and the more eyes, the better. 1989 Star minor league cards. Looking for the Deion Sanders rookie card. I think Albert Bell is also in here. Oh, and there's Robin Ventura. I was just going to say Robin Ventura is also in. And Ben McDonald. This is going to be a good pack already. Ben McDonald. Phil Plantier. You remember Phil Plantier? Steve McCarthy. Bert Heffernan. Pedro Munoz. Wes Chamberlain. Chris Donnells. Matt Current. Or past. Scott Summers, and here is Robin Ventura. That is the pose that he should have taken instead of charging the mound at Nolan Ryan. All right. That wasn't a bad pack. We got three players up there that made it to the majors. All right. Let's finish off these 1991 Don Russ packs. This is the last one in my stash. Looking for an elite card. Those are rare, but you never know. We got Rick Honeycutt to start. Randy Myers, Dan Plesac, Bob Melvin, Mike Heath, Randy Johnson highlight. No hits the Tigers. 2 no-hitters up here. Barry Bonds Diamond King. Nice. Excuse me. Dave Johnson, Paul Gibson, Frank DePino, Lance Johnson, Gene Larkin, Craig Graybeck, Don Paul, Daryl Eckerfelds. And our puzzle piece. All right. We're going to get that puzzle put together, too. I'm only missing one more piece. I'll find it. We can put it together. All right. Let's do something here. Let's take these down a second. Let me show you what I got today in the mail. I'm going to open the box right here. Let's move these. Just put them off to the side. Here we go. It's still open. We got three boxes in here. Here we go. First, we got 1989 top. All right, we're back. All right, we got 1989 tops. Sorry. We got 1989 score. And we've got 1990 Bowman. All right. Oh, Nathaniel, sorry, I've been seeing that. Kevin, you can call me Kevin. You can call me Waxing Junk. But Nathaniel, why don't you pick one of these? 89 tops, 89 score, 1990 Bowman. We'll rip a pack right now. Which one do you want to see? $19.90 Bowman. Someone put it in the chat. What are we going to open first? 89 tops. You got it. $19.89 tops. Craig Biggio rookie. Cool looking Nolan Ryan card. That gum stuck. Here we go. Oh, yeah, it's gross. Sil Campusano, Tom Prince, Brian Harper, Ellis Burks, Mike Maddox, Dennis Lamp, Bill Wilkinson, Jody Davis, Royals leaders, I believe that's Bo Jackson. We got a record breaker. Who broke what record? George Bell slams 3 home runs on opening day. John Perlman, Jose Guzman, Danny Jackson, Rick Aguilera. We're going to end with Chris Brown. All right. Which one's next? 1989 score. I don't know who's in this set, like rookie-wise. I know Griffey is in the update set, but I don't know who's in the standard set. Bob Horner, Wally Joyner, Ricky Henderson. There we go. Got a couple of Rickies today. It's not a bad day. Ozzie Virgil, Bill Buckner, Paul O'Neill. There's the back. We'll put up Paul O'Neill, why not? 1939, A Year to Remember. I don't remember it. I'm not that old. Got Steve Bedrosian, Dave Smith, Gary Carter, Scott Bankhead, Bill Pacoda, Terry Leach, Dennis Lamp, All right. 1990 Bowman. From the last box that I got today. Missed a card there. Gum doesn't look too bad. Andy Nozelnik, Tom Herr, Todd Zeal, Russ, Stop Looking at Me, Swan, Delino DeShields. He looks really confused. Spike Owen, Chili Davis. That is Don Mattingly on the send-away card. We'll put him up. Alejandro Pena, Dave Henderson, Kevin putting on the Ritz, Roger Smithberg, Tom Glavine. There we go. I don't want to cover up Ricky. Ben McDonald, all right, and Tim Rock Reigns. Wow, that was a very good pack. Excellent. Wish you a good day too, Nathaniel. Take it easy if you're taking off. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here. Let's reach back here. We'll do another 1994 Topps Stadium Club. See what kind of fun we can pull from this pack. Scott Sanderson, Todd Worrell, and he's stuck to Jose Rio. Jose Rio, there we go. Todd Worrell, Brian Anderson, Sean Dunston. He's been showing up a lot today. Right behind him, Greg Maddox, Fantastic Finishers. Got some damage, unfortunately. Look at that. Look at that damage. E. Murray. You couldn't put Eddie Murray on there. Pedro Martinez. Oh, is that this is rookie? That's cool. Howard Johnson and Bob Tewksbury. Excellent pack. Greg Maddox and a Pedro Martinez. All right, let's go ahead with... Yeah, this one's falling out. We'll do another 1992 Don Russ Series 2. Maybe we'll find that Cal Ripken auto. We have a Cal Eldred. Doesn't count, though. Brett Barbary. Oil Can Boyd. Tim Naring. Rosario Rodriguez. Barulio Castillo. Steve Lyons. Scott Cooper. Kevin Seitzer. Kevin Mitchell. Jose Tolentino. Pete Shurek. Edwin Nunez. Charlie Hayes. And Kim Batiste. Dud pack. Closest to the Cal is the Cal Eldred. El Cid Capricorn, how you doing? Welcome to Random Rips on Friday. Just clearing out some room. I just got 3 boxes of cards in the mail. So now I have to make room for those. So I'm ripping some packs where I only have, a few left. 1990 Fleer football. It says Premier Edition. Don't let that fool you. Fleer did football back, I think, in the mid-60s. They did release a couple of sets. So Thomas Everett. I'm looking for Jim Harbaugh. It's the only Bear that I need to complete my Bears team set. Buford McGee. Larry Kinnebrew. Bernie Kosar. Put up Bernie. Chris Martin. Tom Rathman. Tony Zendejas. Gary Clark. Rodney Holman. Ken Lanier. Jim McMahon. There we go. John Hand. Freddie Joe Nunn. Tim Goad. We're going to end with Eric Sanders. All right. Didn't get what I wanted, but that's okay. We can keep trying. Let's go 1993 Don Russ Series 1. Looking for the Mike Piazza rookie. If you're here and you haven't done so yet, just double tap that screen right there. Just boop, boop. It's so easy. It helps with the algorithm. Gets the video in front of more eyes. Gets in front of somebody's suggested page. We got Mike Sharperson. Scott Lewis. Dennis Martinez. Scott Radinsky. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. Tim Tuffle. Brett Butler. Gerald Clark. Tim Wakefield rated rookie. Mike Sharperson. Bernard Gilkey. Russ Springer. Mike Maddox. We're going to end with Eric Fox. No Mike Piazza. I think we're going to go for maybe another 15 minutes or so. I'll wrap this up. We got 1989 minor league baseball. We already pulled a Robin Ventura rookie. I'd like to see a Deion Sanders rookie. Got Tommy Boyce. Charles Nagy. He made the majors. Steve Foster. Frank Bullock. Goose Gozo. There's Phil Plantier again. We got him already. We'll put him up. Jimmy Rosso. Michael Maxudian. Mickey Pina, and Andy Benes. I think Andy Benes made the majors. All right. Strange? No. Dangerous, though. All right. We'll do another 1989 Topps. I just got these in today. I'm excited. I want to pull a Nolan Ryan. I'm going to pass on eating the gum this time around. All right, we got Danny Darwin, Joe Morgan, Whitey Herzog, Ken Gerhardt, Kurt Ford, Kurt Wilkerson, Sean Dunn. We got a lot of Dunston cards today. Steve Curry. We got a Ryan Sandberg All-Star. Nice one there. Luis Agallo. Jim Gott. Frank Viola All-Star. Brian Fisher. Alan Anderson. And we're going to end with Cecilio Guante. All right. Here we go. I got one more Stadium Club left. My last 1994 Topps Stadium Club. Come on. Let's go. There we go. We got a Greg Maddux right here. First card. And he's stuck. Who's he stuck to? Matt Williams. Matt Williams, fantastic finishers. And the Greg Maddux has got all that damage. Darn it. Eric Hansen. Matt Wahlbeck. Fantastic finishers. Info card. 2 of 6. The heck? They give you 6? Well, that's dumb. Greg Olson. It's like a waste of a card. Pat. Well, that's Pat Mahomes. Not like the Chiefs quarterback, but his dad. That's his dad. Steve Howe. That's Howe. Steve Farr. How far? How far? All right. Brian Hunter, Billy Spayers, Eddie Murray. We'll put up Eddie Murray. All right, what do we got left here? You know what? Let's look for more minor league. I want to get the Deion Sanders. Jim Vizda. Mark Lewis. Benny Colvard. Lem Plinkington. Wes Chamberlain. Charles Nagy. Manny Alexander. Chris Donnells. Jim Orsag. Sandy Alomar. There we go. Put up Sandy Alomar. Let's do another 1990 Bowman. Chipper Jones rookie, think maybe? Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas is in this one. All right. There's the send away card. Marty Barrett. Keith Miller. Albert Bell. Albert Joey Bell. We got Ty Griffin. Dwight Evans. Put up Dwight Evans. Glenn Davis. Nelson Liriano. Ken Howell. Gerald Perry. Ray Lankford. Jeff Reardon. Bobby Rose. Nolan Ryan. There we go. That's a nice looking card. We're going to end with Bill Take a Bath. That's a nice Nolan Ryan card. Maybe a little off center to the right. Still, that's nice. I like Nolan Ryan cards. All right, let's do one more pack from the 89 score, and then I think I'm going to call it. I really appreciate everybody stopping in, even if it was for a little bit. I would have been doing this by myself anyways, so why not share it with all of you guys. Don't forget to quickly, since this is the last pack, double tap that screen. Let's get the likes up just a little bit more. You can subscribe to the channel. I open up 2 Junk Wax era packs every single day. We do some goofy videos in between, and a few lives every now and again. There's just random packs. Earlier in the week, I ripped a whole box of 1987 Topps baseball. So, Lloyd Mosby, Kirby Puckett. That's a nice one. Cal Ripken Jr. Sweet. This pack's on fire already. Got Teddy Higuera. Harold Baines, he's another Hall of Famer. Frank Tanana. 1935. I remember 1935. Mookie Wilson. Steve Lake. Bob Janier. Danny Heap. Stan Jefferson. Charlie Leah. Darryl Miller. Tom Prince, rookie. Tom Gordon, rookie. And a Norm Charlton, rookie. Ends the pack. Appreciate everybody being here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You have a wonderful Friday afternoon, and get out this weekend and do something fun. Or stay in and rip some baseball card packs. All right. See you later. Thanks for stopping. Don't forget to like and subscribe.